Something big is coming. And this time it is not just a minor refresh or a small cosmetic update. DJI, the company that has become a household name in drone technology, seems to be preparing for something far more exciting. For years, drone enthusiasts and filmmakers have been waiting for a true generational leap in DJI's lightweight lineup. And now, all signs point toward the arrival of the DJI Mini 5 Pro. What once felt like vague rumors or overly ambitious leaks has now started to crystallize into real, solid information. Teasers, leaks, and official certifications are painting a clear picture, and the buzz is louder than ever. This isn't just another drone in the Mini series. This looks like a machine designed to reshape what people think is possible in the SUB 250-gram category. That weight limit has always been critical because it lets pilots fly without the usual registration headaches. But until now, compromises had to be made. With the Mini 5 Pro, DJI seems determined to remove those compromises completely. The conversation around the Mini 5 Pro really began heating up when filmmaker Mauro Tandoi dropped a cryptic but revealing teaser. It wasn't long, just a few seconds. Really? But it was enough to light up drone forums and social media channels across the globe. In the clip, captioned simply DJI Mini 5 Pro, work in progress, a drone appears alongside a mountain biker. While the clip didn't give away everything, it gave us more than enough to know this was no recycled footage. The design, the posture, the proportions, they all looked different. And when you've seen as many drones as this community has, you start to notice the subtle things. The excitement grew quickly because even if what we saw was half true, it hinted at a drone. That could change the entire category. People didn't see small upgrades. They saw the makings of a leap forward. When you compare the Mini 5 Pro to the Mini 4 Pro, the difference feels bold and intentional. The older design was solid, no doubt. But this new frame, it is streamlined, more aerodynamic, and built with purpose. No bulky propeller guards hanging off the sides, no clunky outlines. Instead, you see smooth, vented motors that suggest power and cooling all in one. The foldable design remains, because that is DJI's signature for portability. But the refinements in shape and scale suggest a drone that isn't just about flying light, it's about flying smart, fast, and long. And here's the kicker. This isn't speculation anymore. We now have official confirmation of the release timeline. Drone insider Jasper Ellens, through DroneXL, revealed that DJI is planning to launch the Mini 5 Pro on August 7, 2025. That is a full month earlier than most insiders expected, which only confirms DJI's confidence in this product. They are not just waiting around, they are ready to put this drone in the hands of pilots sooner than anyone thought. One of the most exciting developments linked to this drone is the battery. For years, battery life has been the one limiting factor in ultralight drones. The Mini 3 and Mini 4 Pro pushed respectable flight times, but nothing groundbreaking. Now, a leaked FCC certification label shows DJI's new battery rated at 4,680 million hours and 33.5 watt-hours. That is not a small step up. That is a huge jump. Early calculations suggest the Mini 5 Pro could fly for up to 50 to 55 minutes. Depending on conditions, that is nearly an hour in the air. To put it in perspective, many mid-tier professional drones can't claim that kind of endurance. For an ultralight machine, this is unheard of. And because this information comes straight from official FCC documentation, there is no reason to doubt it. This isn't wishful thinking. It is real, certified, and headed to market. Pilots who have always packed multiple batteries for short flights may soon find themselves spending more time flying and less time swapping. But the battery is only one part of the story. Perhaps the biggest upgrade, and the one that has creators most excited, is the camera. Rumors point to a 1-inch sensor. That might sound technical, but in the drone world, it's massive. A 1-inch sensor in a sub-250-gram drone is almost unheard of. And it changes everything about image quality. Low-light performance becomes far better. Dynamic range expands, giving your shots more detail in shadows and highlights. Sharpness improves. The footage doesn't just look good, it looks cinematic. If you have ever struggled to shoot during sunrise or sunset with a smaller sensor, you'll immediately understand why this matters. This upgrade alone could turn the Mini 5 Pro into a must-have for filmmakers and photographers who want pro-level quality without carrying heavy gear. In the teaser, the gimbal itself looks different. It's larger, more exposed, and missing the protective flaps usually found in mini gimbals. That suggests DJI may be offering 360-degree gimbal rotation. If true, this would open a whole new world of creative, cinematic shots, the kind usually reserved for larger, more expensive drones. Imagine flying through tight mountain passes or spinning through urban skylines with smooth, uninterrupted gimbal freedom. That is the kind of feature that makes creators dream. Of course, a drone's camera is only as useful as the stability and safety systems around it. DJI knows this, and according to early reports, they are pushing sensing and obstacle avoidance to new levels. The Mini 5 Pro is expected to feature a front-facing LR sensor integrated into a new 3D infrared obstacle avoidance system. That means the drone could detect obstacles up to 25 meters away with a 60-degree field of view. And it's optimized for low-light situations. Picture yourself flying through a dense forest trail or navigating narrow urban spaces. Instead of relying on guesswork or risky maneuvers, the drone's sensors would act like a second pair of eyes, giving you confidence to capture shots that would otherwise feel too dangerous. On the drone's body, you'll also notice larger sensor bulges. Those are likely housing this upgraded sensing hardware, and DJI has managed to design them without restricting gimbal movement. This balance of design and function shows just how carefully engineered the Mini 5 Pro is. Dig deeper, and you'll find even more clever design touches. For the first time in the Mini lineup, the motors are rumored to feature built-in ventilation. That might sound like a minor detail, but in practice, it could make a huge difference. Drones struggle in windy conditions, and motors that stay cooler and run more efficiently translate to better stability, longer life, and perhaps even higher payload capacity. That means you could attach filters, small accessories, or even carry slightly heavier loads without worrying about strain. Then there's the long overdue upgrade many pilots have been begging for: quick-release propellers. Gone are the days of fumbling with tiny screws and tools just to change a propeller. Now, it's as simple as a quick snap, making setup faster and maintenance far easier. This kind of feature shows that DJI is not just thinking about flashy specs. They're also thinking about the everyday frustrations of real-world use. Internal storage is another clever addition. For years, pilots have faced the same sinking feeling, getting ready for the perfect flight, only to realize the microSD card was left behind. With the Mini 5 Pro, DJI is adding 32 gigabytes of onboard storage. That's enough to save your shoot, even when you forget external cards. It's not about replacing high-capacity cards for serious sessions, but it's a safety net, a practical touch that many will appreciate. Pair that with DJI's O for transmission system, which promises up to 20 kilometers of range, and you begin to see how robust this little drone is shaping up to be. Add compatibility with the RC2, RCN3, motion controller, and even DJI Goggles 3. And it's clear DJI wants this drone to appeal not only to casual pilots, but also to FPV enthusiasts who crave immersive experiences. Some whispers even mention voice control features and dedicated flight mode buttons. That would mean triggering cinematic pre-programmed shots with your voice or a single tap, reducing the need for bulky gear. DJI is not just making drones smarter, they're making them easier, faster, and more fun to use. Naturally, everyone wants to know the price. Early reports suggest the standard DJI Mini 5